Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Farming Valley. So since the last episode, it's currently spring, the 6th of spring. And basically I just took a couple days to kind of mess with the crops and stuff, take care of them, and yesterday, turnips came in on this side. And I did replant them, and it was almost 4 stacks of turnips, okay? Which was nearly 20,000 gold, give or take a little bit. I guess it was closer to 16, 17,000, but I mean, it was pretty close to 20,000 gold just off of those turnips. And I did look yesterday, it was Saturday. I looked and it was, the blacksmith was selling the sprinklers. So I'm thinking that today he should be selling them again. Oops, I messed that all up. He should be selling them again, and we're going to go ahead and just purchase 2 of those. I'm going to need more water. We need to get a well built. Like, pretty soon. I've noticed the watering cans, it seems like their capacity doesn't really go up. They still have, like, really low water capacity. But, of course, they do more at once. So, but, I mean, long term, we're going to have sprinklers on all the farm plots, so it's not going to matter. Hopefully we won't have to manually water stuff too much more moving forward. Especially now that he sells the sprinklers. I mean, yeah, we can cheat them in, but I like it a lot more if I can just go to the blacksmith and purchase them. It's a whole lot better. We should be at, yep, 100% watering can, which works out well. Now, we're not going to be able to water everything, or get sprinklers for all of the farmland today, but that's fine. We'll get the majority of it done, which is the main thing. But anyways, let's see, the blacksmith, I think he opens at 9, I think. Which I guess really I didn't have to water all of that because we're going to have sprinklers. I meant to only water like 1 plot, and then I just kept on watering. So, okay, 30 more minutes. And hopefully he's got the sprinklers today. If not, we'll have to wait till next weekend. And, of course, I totally forgot about that, what was it, last episode? I know I had some comments about it. I realized it after. I think I actually made mention of it last episode, but that is okay. So my plan for today is we're going to get these sprinklers put in, and then we're probably going to do some speed building. And hopefully, but maybe by the end of the episode, we might build, like, the clockmaker's building or something. We'll see. Because I think once the crops start coming in, it's going to be a lot of money. I mean, those turnips, that was a lot of money just off those turnips earlier. So I imagine by the end of the episode, we will probably buy something. Chances are. So, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. But my plan is to speed build, and my goal today is we're actually just going to be working around the town, kind of on some miscellaneous type stuff, some landscaping, and maybe do some building cleanup. No particular... not a particular building, but kind of working around the town. There's a lot of things I want to do around the town, and that's kind of my goal for today's episode, is just do a bit of that. I've got to find the center of this. Should be that one right there. Okay, and we'll drop a sprinkler down and water buckets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put a sprinkler in right there. Okay, so right now all I have to water is this front section. And then probably in the next... I don't have any crops in right now, but possibly tomorrow we may have some stuff in. So I'll have to water stuff tomorrow, but maybe the next day, hopefully, we won't have to water anymore. It's kind of my goal. It's kind of my hope. I will say that whenever the sprinklers go out, it does take a little while to go around to all of those and fill them back up with water. That is a little bit of effort that goes into that, I have to say. But that's okay. It's a whole lot easier than watering stuff. So, and I'm fairly certain that 2 is the maximum, because I gave them treats for a really long time. Never had them give me more than 2. Like, I'm getting 2 wool, 2 milk, 2 eggs. Well, the wool not every day, but the others every day. So, I think that's the max. So. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into a bit of speed building, and we'll start working around the town, and I'm going to keep taking care of these, and hopefully we'll have some harvests, and maybe Let me check the cost real quick that we're looking at. Clockmaker's only 9.6k. Fishing hut's 12k. Town hall's 32k. So we'll probably definitely put the clockmaker in. Actually, probably a lot of the work that we're going to be doing today is going to be landscaping on the back end of this, I think. I'm going to have to get another shovel, so. But yeah, kind of my thinking is we're going to be doing a bit of speed building until we get that industrial hemp in. So probably, maybe next episode we'll be putting in our new windmill. It's kind of what I'm hoping. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into some speed building today. I totally forgot to get more turnip seeds today. And if you notice, I made a big mess of the potatoes. I was actually didn't have enough money to buy 3 bags. Like, I was broke there for a minute. And then I messed up those seeds right there. But anyways, we've got a huge harvest coming in. I thought I'd bring you guys back because I think tomorrow we're going to build the clockwork, or the clockmaker. Now, I also expect that these cucumbers, 2 of these are probably going to come in, and then probably that strawberry is going to come in. Because if you recall, those are lopsided because we had that one day. It was funny in the comments, Hirokane said that he was imagining that day was like our party day, like celebrating the new year and everything. And which it kind of makes sense, like we just kind of slept through the whole day, like we were just out of it. So anyways, let's go ahead and sleep and see how much money we made. I think it's going to be a lot. We're currently at 20,000. I imagine we're probably going to be like 50,000. No, about 40,000. Okay. So that's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. Turnips aren't a ton of money, so I guess that makes sense, you know. But still, I mean, we're getting like harvest days, like 20,000 a pop. That is just crazy, crazy money. Okay, I am going to need, looks like 2 buckets of water. And as soon as that next weekend comes up, we're going to be buying our last sprinkler. So, and I actually will probably start stocking up on seeds so that we have like extras for the months, and then also for the next year, so we don't have to make like a mad dash to get seeds. Like as soon as like next spring starts, you know, we'll have some seeds to start us off with. And I think by the end of this month, I mean, we're at the point now where money, adding this extra field, and of course we already have like a stack of all of these like fruits and vegetables, in some cases more than a stack, so I'm not really saving any of these at the moment because I want to make a bit of money. I want to build some buildings. I want to get the money that we need to start Botania and do some stuff like that, because I think year 3 is all going to be about really kind of advancing this farm, like really advancing in the pack, getting into some new stuff, primarily Botania. Honestly, I kind of expect us to start that before the end of spring. Judging by the way that money is coming in, 100,000 is not what it used to be. Even last year, 100,000 was a lot of money. This year, not so much. Because we have, what, the last like 3 days in a row, I've had like 20,000 coming in. I imagine this is going to be at least another 20,000. And strawberries, if you recall, I think they're only like a 2-day thing. So we're going to have strawberries to harvest like every day from here on out. Now, not having turnips planted, that's going to put a slight damper on things, but really not that much. I mean, look at all this. And I've still got a whole other field of cucumbers. And then we'll have cucumbers tomorrow and probably more strawberries tomorrow as well. And then we'll have potatoes in a few days. It's just crazy the amount of money that's coming in from this. I was actually considering building the town hall, but the town hall requires 10 stacks of wood, which is a little bit steep at the moment. That's why one thing I would like to do this year is definitely get some kind of a tree farm, even if it's a manual one, that's fine, just some kind of dedicated land that we're going to have trees planted on. And also if we get the Terra Steel Truncator from Botania. I don't know if we'll get it this year, but that would help a lot as well. Because needless to say, that tool, being able to cut down trees in one fell swoop, at that point it might as well be automated. You know, it's a whole lot easier. Right now, cutting down trees getting a stack of wood takes a while. On a good day, with some good trees and stuff like that, I can generally manage about 2 stacks in a day, aside from my other chores. Now, I will say I neglect my animals something fierce. Like, I did pop over here, I think it was actually yesterday, I think. I did pop over here off camera and take care of them and all that, but look at all this stuff. So much stuff. Like yesterday, I couldn't even fit it all in the hopper initially. I had to wait for a little bit. Now, actually, yesterday I did brush the animals, so I'm just going to milk today. Okay, so what does the clockmaker take? 120 wood, 78 stone. I'm going to go ahead and pop over here. I'm going to grab that. We're going to buy the clockmaker, and we're also going to get some seeds today, because I need to get turnip seeds. I don't know if I'm going to buy any overstock seeds for right now. I may buy some, actually. So there's 2 stacks of wood, and then we'll get, I can't remember how much stone we need, we'll get 2 stacks of that. And I imagine, and probably not in spring, that 10 stacks of wood is kind of a, it's kind of like, I don't know about the town hall yet, but we'll probably get most of the town done in the spring, and then probably finish out with the town hall, you know, maybe a bit later in the year, so. Alright, so there is our clockmaker. And, okay, that's about right. Okay, we are going to set this building up, and it is actually going to go right here. Okay, that's why I have this grass plotted out, because that's going to be the road that leads over to this building. So that will be perfect. Oh, yeah. There we go. Alright, so he's going to start building that, and we'll be able to see it by the end of the episode. I don't know if it actually has anything in it or not. I'm not 100% sure, but we shall see. Like, if he sells anything, or if he's used for anything, I don't know. And then we're going to want turnips. And I'm just going to buy a stack. Just because we can, and we have lots of money. Because tomorrow we'll have like another 20,000 probably. That's going to put us up at like 40,000. And that way we have overstock turnip seeds. Because turnips only take like 2 or 3 days to plant. And if I had overstock, we wouldn't run into the issue that we had yesterday where I didn't have enough seeds. Or I didn't have any seeds to plant. So, and then I'll probably buy potatoes. Now, strawberries and cucumbers, those I don't have to keep replanting. Potatoes and turnips I do. So I definitely want to buy overstock of the turnips and potatoes first. So, and eventually what I'm probably going to do is have like a storage drawer and I just keep it filled with seeds. That way I have like a couple of years worth of seeds that, you know, that we'll have on hand. Like once we have enough money where it's like, whatever. We'll just buy like 8 stacks of every seed. It's no biggie. Which honestly I think in a few years, I think that will be a possibility, a likelihood. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and get back to what we were doing. A little bit more building while we wait for that to get built and money to build up and stuff like that. Okay, so the clockmaker's building is done. I'll tell you what, I've got... No, I don't have that on me. Second, I had a bottle of water on me. I'd just drink it real quick. And we've actually got a lot of landscaping done today. Like a bunch. Ooh, I see a patch of grass here that needs to go. Okay, so anyways, let's check out this building. I don't know... It doesn't have any shop times shown on here. Tiberius. Time is a fascinating thing. 1 second it's going slow, then the next hour it's passing by faster than light. Oh, and he tells you, looks like you've been in this town for 1 year. Okay, that's totally wrong, because we've been in the town for a little over 2 years now. But I think that has to do with why we weren't able to buy sprinklers last year as well. I think the time is all out of whack. I think I always found the ancient Egyptian time period to be the most annoying. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't look like he has a shop. So probably just become friends with... Oh, Finn. Don't be scared of me. I may be small, but I know a lot. I know all about totems. One day I'm going to grow some vines, and you're going to climb them with me. I wish my dad wasn't so scary. What is he talking about? Totems? I don't know. I have no clue, and these doors are all sorts of backwards. Let me fix that real quick, because it's going to drive me absolutely insane. There we go. Okay, I need to start actually like gifting items to people more than I currently do, because, you know, we've gotten a recipe from, I think, was it the blacksmith, I think, that one time? But we don't generally give gifts like we're supposed to. So, that's okay. We'll get to that. Now, in addition, it's about to be Saturday, which means we can do another sprinkler. Let me go grab some water real quick, because I know we're about to end out the episode, but I would love to get that last sprinkler in today. We're currently at 44,000 gold. And considering the fact that we spent around 40,000 today, that's pretty awesome that we're pulling in money that quickly. To where I can spend money without it being a big deal, like a huge deal. Because if you recall last year, it was like we had to save up for a while, and then we were like, okay, we can afford this. Now it's like a matter of, oh, next day, well, guess what? I can buy sprinklers and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's a huge, huge upgrade from how it was last year. Oh, man, I hate when these sprinklers run out of water, though. Which, with the way we're pulling in money now, I will not mind buying additional compacting drawers and, you know, spending money on nice little things like that. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great. Because last year it was like I wanted to get into compacting drawers, but I only bought the necessity ones. And now I can actually buy enough compacting drawers that I can actually fill out the compacting drawer section of that second floor, which is... Just having the money that I can do that is great. And by the way, these industrial hemp, that should be done by next episode. So, oh, uh-oh. If you get off your bicycle in a field, it breaks the crop. So just a heads up. I lost one cucumber, but that's fine. And honestly, it gets to where animals feel like less lucrative than they did at first. Because, I mean, it would take so many animals to pull in as much money as our farm's pulling in. And, I mean, even if you were to automate the, you know, the feeding, for example, well, you still have to brush it and touch it and milk it and all that stuff manually. So I don't feel like, I mean, we're still going to fill the barn out, like, long term, but I don't feel like animals are really a reasonable source of income. And I don't know, like, I feel like other games, like the Harvest Moon Stardew, kind of suffered from that same issue as well, because you have animals like, for example, the sheep. He doesn't always produce anything. You know, it takes him a few days, but his wool's not really worth anything more than milk is. And imagine if we had like a huge barnyard type setup with just animals everywhere, the amount of work that we would have to do each day to take care of them. Because, I mean, we've just got 3 animals, and I still dread coming over here to do all that. Now, I kind of wonder if you put like hoppers under a nesting box. I need to do some testing on some of that. Like maybe you could put hoppers underneath the nesting box and it would automatically pull the eggs out. You know, that's the thought. Oh, well, there's like kids running around now. Finn's like running around everywhere. You know, being able to automate the nesting boxes, that would take a little bit of time out of the daily routine, which is nice. I love being able to come over here and there just be sprinklers. Oh my gosh, that's great. Absolutely great. And this means we no longer have to water. Okay? Like, the watering can is already at 100%. We can move it up to golden. And now we no longer have to water anything. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Like, this year has just... I mean, it's been like an explosion of upgrades and stuff, which is awesome. Like, everything in the farm has just quickly escalated to where just money's coming in and stuff. And, like, I didn't notice it, like, last episode, because we weren't really pulling in the money and setting up all the new sprinklers and just being able to just buy things like sprinklers and buildings and stuff without too much concern. I mean, this episode, I think we've spent like 50,000 gold. Actually, more than that if you count all the seeds and stuff. And, I mean, it was probably around 60,000 without even, you know, having to save up to get that. So, anyways, I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode. This episode, we got a ton of landscaping done. A lot of major stuff. If you take a look at the map, I mean, look at that. It goes all the way back to the church. We've got this building, and then the town hall is going to go right in here. It's great. So, next episode, the plan is we are probably... Well, first up, we are probably going to get the industrial hemp that we need. We're going to upgrade the windmill. Major pivotal point, I think, because we've had that windmill, that dinky little windmill for so long. So we are going to upgrade that. That's going to be a big momentous occasion. And then also, we are probably going to do a bit more speed building next episode, and we're going to move away from the landscaping. I know it's not the most exciting thing to watch. We're going to move into some actual building aspect. And we are either going to be, let's see, actually probably what we're going to do is we are going to tear out the backside of this barn. And actually for the rest of spring and probably a little bit of summer, we're going to be working in this barn area a bit. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pull off some of this stuff here. Actually, I've already pulled it off. We are going to start adding on the stables to this. Okay, so we're going to start building the stables out, and then we may start building behind here, which this is going to be the bee and tree breeding areas. Okay, or like long term. Right now, I don't think I can do bees because this is a shrubland. Actually, I would think shrubland. Well, it's part savanna. I don't know for sure. Shrubland might, because I think we had the bees in the savanna before. But honestly, I think shrubland is still probably too hot. I'll have to take a look. But we will start doing a little bit with bees next episode. Maybe get ourselves a dimensional anchor. Get that set up. Have the bees running all the time. But we will be working on some barn area type stuff. I'd like to start working on that second floor. I'd like to set up the connection here for the silo, and I'd also like to set up the other silo, which is the one that we're going to have chicken feed, because I'm just going to load up on chicken feed and just fill up the silo with chicken feed. And we're going to have these get pumped over here, and then we're going to have little areas here where we can access. This is where our tools and stuff are going to go. So I'm going to start setting up that maybe next episode, but we will start working on the stable, because I would like to get some resident horses set up. So I mean, I don't know that we'll ride them necessarily. We might, but I really love this bicycle. And we're at the point now where we can afford better vehicles. But it's a farm, so I definitely want some, and we may ride them around, you know, on occasion, just for the sake of it. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So, until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.